water runes. Thompson's gonna definitely look to contest them. Playing around his creeps though, LTW nicely. Does allow Kuroki to get a pull, but Kuroki actually misses him. To get as these half pulls. But it's a Spectre lane, so it's always going to start a bit slow, especially into Underlord. You just see this base damage advantage, 80 plus on the Underlord, 56 on Spectre. So ILTW will have a much slower start this game. And they can't actually get very aggressive up here, so OG should, I mean, it does look like they should come out quite effectively in at least two of the lanes. Mid, kind of a trade-off. Yeah, but Jug's a pretty decent hero to be able to deal with the harassment that comes out from both Nature's Prophet as well as Willow.
GH. I'm not sure. Go for no-tail, but no-tail. Stretches a force. She's gonna turn.
Gets the realm off.
You will, and in fact, with the
do the turn for him.
Brambles, is he gonna be able to do this? GH.
Bit low on mana, 4 short. Slow. It's a 10 creep of vision.
But they've got it. GH gets the kill.
Banshee, look at the ghost. It's chasing him out. I think he's gonna time out before he dies. 2, 1. He will on the rocket. Look at GH, he even smiles.
There, GH.
He laughs himself.
Against the global sniper.
What a play. I love how you see the camera in GH.
You got to accept that.
Dire is scanning for enemies.
Looking like 3 successful lanes as the Drow is coming ahead. He's getting his runes checked for him too. Miracle will get his bottle filled up from GH. Try to enable him a little bit better. Maybe getting aggressive too. They do have the boots and the bottle. So Saksa is going to have to zone them away a little bit from this Thompson Drow to protect him. And they won't be able to get Saksa either. Super tanky Clockworks, 860 HP at that level 3. We do see 111 on Thompson plus stats. Going straight for the treads.
Yeah, able to keep that slight edge on Miracle in this matchup. Very close though still.
He's actually got the same base damage. It's pretty cool. As another stun coming out. They don't have the combo just yet. They're over onto him. 2 seconds, the gust push back. Catches Saksa.
They bring it in as well. They'll be able to get down the sprout, block off Thompson's route of escape.
They get the courier as well. And Saksa, battery assault not as effective when there's so many creeps around. His treants as well. We'll drag the wave.
Another sprout, mind control, buying time for Miracle to close in.
Couple more hits. They got an avalanche or toss. They don't even need it.
Got the bramble. They've got the kill. Nigma bringing the action in mid here as mind control's ready to get active across the map.
Does mean that bottom OG have to play very aggressive. Kuroki's trying to sap this XP down here. It's a triple range creep that is coming down. Bro still has the dive. Ana will try to push me, but takes 2 tower hits.
Taking some tier 2 tower hits here.
And he gets the healing ward with the dive. Nice play from Kuroki.
Structures are fortified.
Looks like one get the tower for now. You see Nigma. They're bringing additional numbers down because they know that OG's wanting to stick around to get this tier 1.
I'm not sure.
GH and mind control are going to look to fight them for it.
They're going to get it. Do they get the deny? They will. Now Ana.
He can't get out.
He's in a weird spot. He's very dead. Picks up his phase boots before he does die. But yeah, Kuro.
I mean, we're seeing signs already sort of similar to the last game where Nigma's just turning out to be a bit more of a more killers than OG's able to in the early game.
Especially with this more passive style lineup too, with like a Spectre, with your Nature's Prophet still looking to get very involved early on, and now it does give some space for ILTW. He's now in a 1v1 matchup versus the Underlord, so both of them will be able to maximize. Bring a health picked up on this Spectre, so he's able to sustain fine versus Seb. But Seb will come out a little bit ahead because he can pull some neutrals into with these.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And let's see how active Miracle does get, because as we know, he's level 6. He's got his phase boots. He's looking to hunt. How close are we to mind control level 6 too? So the Wrath of Nature almost online too, so that burst potential bit higher. Might catch OG off guard here when Miracle does find a target.
No, that's true actually. Yeah, that sort of extra bit to add on top of it all will do it.
And look at this wraparound. He's actually the one carrying the wards because he's the one who's making the moves around. They have Phoenix who doesn't want to actually go to place ward, so they're giving it to Tiny, who's going to be constantly moving around looking for these plays. So I like that they do these kind of plays. I love giving your cores wards.
Right.
Brambles again.
They're in onto Saksa. Saksa He's trying to run. He's got the stick charges, but the hit comes through from the Shadow Realm.
And they want the
able to
both.
take him down.
Can they actually get onto No-Tail as well? Gonna be close.
I mean, Anna's trying to come across to help out. She used the Blade Fury here to make sure they don't set up onto him off the back of the Cursed Crown.
So now Seb will try to push top tower while all this
No-Tail came
pressure
back
is
in.
happening. He did.
He steps back in. Courage just in with a dive and a few spirits, and they get the kill on No-Tail.
Look at this aggression. Team Nigma.
Top tower might be going down.
Now Miracle maybe steps up too far himself. Saksa, can he get close enough? He can't. Face boots. Miracle the Wrath to push them away. Thompson's quite low here. Miracle's definitely thinking about going in with GH here. Got the Gust.
Sax as well at the side, trying to offer up some sort of help. Anna heading in with a healing ward. They've got the combo over the Sun Rays enough to take down Thompson.
And Miracle's too fast. The phase boots plus the faded roach.
Anna can't chase
away.
Miracle's out with the TP ready to reset back at the base. GH will get left behind underneath the tower. He himself might be able to make out as well. Yes, Shadow Realm's popped. They won't lose either of them here.
And they even take the haste rune away. The speed that Nigma is playing with 8 kills in 8 minutes already. And they take the bottom tower too with the rotation from ILTW.
Oh, they're playing it even faster than they were in game 1 here.
Yep. Getting the Spectre involved nice and early too. Seb, as we said, he's having this free game, so let's see what he makes of it. He's gonna go for it so he can always survive the brunt of the pressure, but that does mean that it's all up to Saksa to be that initiator again. Just like last time, we saw him die so many times on this Earth Spirit last time because he's the sole initiator on his team. So similar approach this time around from OG. Nigma setting up for the defense to level 5 on the Willow.
Yeah, hard for OG to push in here now.
Yeah.
Still not quite having the 6 on the jog.
Nope. And there's a Wrath of Nature available again too, so Miracle, he's got that extra burst every time he looks for somebody, and he's so speedy. He even picks up a casual Windlace with the brooch. When he's phasing, he's 461.
He's stepping up to just get the cogs off in time, so Miracle won't find the opening for the combo.
I'm just gonna bug out.
That's a good one, actually. I like that one quite a bit. Miracle.
Sax is hunting mind control. He has found him here. Mind control. He's getting held back here by Saxa, but
Only level 4 on Saksa, though. The damage is not quite there.
Enough damage to take down mind control.
No. And he also has phase boots, all these little bits of movement speed. Definitely working out for Team Nigma. Stop the small aggression. And Seb comes up to try to defend this tower here. That does mean Spectre. Full free farm bottom. ILTW getting little to no pressure now in this game.
Oh, here we go. Nigma. Ready to run it. No-Tail.
Oh, see you later.
Well, he's dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He is.
Oh, and a creep as well.
Extremely
Look at
dead.
that. These deep early wards that were placed. Now Thompson. The hunt.
He wanted a rune, but he's ended up getting 4. He's going
Gust?
for the TPO. Is he away? He's not.
No.
Dominated, I
They
guess.
got him. Curse Crown will put him to a stop as Miracle gets the double.
He's running away with it again, this time on the Tiny.
Tiny, he's having a fantastic series already, off to another brilliant start. 4-0-1 on the Tiny.
They're looking to fight up top. The DD on the Tiny too. Saksa only level 4 still on the Clockwork. They will purge off that DD from Miracle.
Miracle still trying to get the grab there with the toss on him. No-Tail, he's got the kill.
And they've got the heal.
Sunray coming in from the side. They'll be able to start doing the damage here to Saxter and Seb. Miracle, he's a little low on the mana. Anna leading him with the Blade Fury, but Miracle, as you say, with the movement speed, he can get away from the jug. He's looking to close it on to Saxter. Saxter will drop down the cogs. The Avalanche grabs him. Saxter in the
Gro's got egg.
They're popping the egg. OG, they can't commit for the egg. They'll have to turn, look for kill opportunities with the Omni Slash, but at this stage, it's not doing enough damage. The Supernova Stone catches Anna as he comes out of the Omni Slash. And it's just more glory here for Nigma. 13 for 2. 4K lead. They're just not slowing down.
It's a stomping. The Omni Slash comes out, but it's perfectly timed with Kuroki getting that egg to connect on him as soon as he lands out of it. Gets stunned instantly. And yeah, they're just so under-leveled at this point. Like, just bring him up. Level 5 on the Enchantress, 6 on the Clockwork. Anna is level 6 at this point on the Jug.
He's struggling. They just can't get him the space.
The Willow, 7. Nature's Prophet, 7. Phoenix, 7. Just excellent moves from Team Nigma to set them up for the success. Such deep early aggression and deep early wards that have not been countered. The triangle, it's been warded for a full 7 minutes now. Not taken out. Those early wards that we did see Miracle place has been phenomenal for him. And he's got the Blink Dagger done in a second after this bounty run. So it's just going to keep picking up in pace. And ILTW is just free farming. No pressure on Spectre whatsoever this game now.
Oh, yeah, that's terrifying.
But now they are setting up for him bottom, and he's very low on mana. He's very deep as well, and they should be able to get him this time. Get themselves back a little bit here.
That's what OG can do with his Spectre gone. I mean, it's just Anna's not
so
quite
far
ready
behind.
to fight. He still just needs a lot of time, a lot of space.
Yeah.
He is not going to want to get involved for quite some time here, at least until he has his first item done. Even then, you know, the jug, it's really, you know, pre-Maelstrom, SMY, you're not going to have a good time turning up to the fights, especially when the enemy team is sort of an item ahead.
He also could just die. They do spot Miracle with the ward, but he does have to be careful. Even though he's got like 960 HP, which will survive him from the combo. They have the Wrath of Nature's mid. Heals coming out. The Shadow Realm versus the Clockwork.
Yeah, they're fine. They can look to turn. The silence does come in from the side as Thompson will be able to bring down GH.
Thompson's still getting a little bit here. As top, they know where Ana is. He's got to spin TP out.
And for the most part, that is going to pretty much save him each and every time this game. As long as he can get it off before he gets jumped by the combo opening of Miracle's Tiny.
And he did TP to the mid tier too, so he can join his team to potentially go for this tower push. But all of Team Nigma, they are set up in the area, and Miracle is just waiting at the wings for someone to step up too far for a toss back. They will have to back away. Grouped up though again, still smoking. Looking to play around this ward. Might be able to catch mind control here. Sox has got hookshot in 10. Might not even have to use it if he can just wrap around from behind.
Trying to find those sneaky bums. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're just running right onto him. Mind control. Goes for the TP, but he'll get caught here. Lutza pushes him away, right into Ana.
Radiant's top tower.
The damage. It's close. They even get him.
They have to bloody Omni Slash for this, and now maybe Nigma can come in for some sort of cleanup.
Miracle? The percent damage.
Right. Oh, it's actually OG. They're going to continue to clean up, and with the TPs up to top, they're looking at more. Kuro's able to dive away. Seeing OG able to kick back pretty hard. You know, they get ILTW down bottom and then back up on the top. They're taking down Mind Control. They're taking down Miracle.
Yeah, they can't underestimate the amount of damage that this Drow still can do. Thompson still not having a bad start at all. His Dragon Lance, he's got the Blade of Alacrity, and they always will have Firestorm. Percent-based damage versus that Tiny will always be extremely effective. Miracle does have to watch himself as he gives up a big kill streak. Saksa.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Getting surrounded, and the Brambles.
The Brambles, you can't escape this Sprout. You know, that sort of combo with the Brambles down, you can cut yourself out of Sprout, but there'll be a Bramble waiting for you.
And just definitely seeing the points as to why they did go for this Nature's Prophet. You know, these just even the treants are very problematic for a Clockwork to play around, as a ward does go up. They're looking for Thompson. He's tanky now, though. 1,600 HP.
Radiant's
Got the
top
5
tower
stats
is
plus the
under
2
attack.
points that he has put from earlier.
Radiant called in the
Tough to bring him down. As I know in the back the T is going to be very happy from the item that Mind Control queued up on Nature's Prophet. He's been raving about this one. The Aghanim's Nature's Prophet, if he does go for him. It's that global root. Quite effective.
That's a long duration as well if you can get the bounces right. And, you know, Mind Control he knows how to hit hard with the Wrath.
And it lowers the cooldown is the important thing too, by 25 seconds. It goes down to 60.
That's a big difference.
Very frequent side of these fights, as we've seen. Team Nigma wants to play fast. And Saksa, a little bit tankier with the cloak, but is it tanky enough?
The stick charges up.
It is tanky enough.
It is. The fear comes out. Oh, get pushback. He has got a hook shot if he wants to try and get back in and snipe Miracle. He's going to try, but just misses. Very, very close, but not able to get the connection. As Nigma will manage to back off. There won't lose anyone here.
Cloak does keep him alive, though. On the Clockwork, Ana.
Only able to commit for this is Miracle. Quickly out with the jump.
It's so much space, though. Where's ILTW been, right? He's just chilling. He's having an absolute free time. Sure, he gets picked up the once from playing just a bit too aggressive, but the way that Team Nigma's playing, just this constant aggression, it's forcing so many moves from OG to react to it, so they can't actually put attention onto this Spectre.
It's free fire Spectres. Definitely going to be a problem down the line here for OG.
Sab still knows that he is just too tough for them to deal with, just still too tanky, even though they do try to jump onto him.
Nana, how's he doing here? Still playing the catch-up game.
Yep. It's going to be quite some time before he does feel like he's back in it. And there's it is a Jug versus a Nature's Prophet too, and so in these fights he's got to watch out for a lot of Omni Slashes. If these Treants are around, they'll soak quite a bit of it if he can't. And there's just not a lot of easy Omni Slash targets for him. He goes in on any Phoenix, there's an egg that can come out. He does it on Spectre, it's not the most effective. Willow, you pick Shadow Realm. Tiny, quite tanky. So it is going to be a hard game for Ana for sure. It's a 5k gold advantage with the late game advantage too, with a Spectre and a Phoenix in the draft. You can just feel that Nigma is in an incredibly comfortable position this game.
Yeah, those sort of kills on the cores that OG were just able to find, just not nearly quite enough to close up that advantage.
Look at this top. They're all here on Team
Just
Nigma.
straight in with the jump. Onto N0tail, they're burning him down to the submarine. He's gone, Seb. He's going to look to try and rift out. They got the damage to take him out in time. Oh, he's away.
Very close.
It is.
I wonder if Kuroki queues up the Spirit Vessel now. He's got a lot of gold on this Phoenix right now. He already has the urn, so could be a pretty nice pickup if he does go for it.
Well, Topson.
Is he gonna actually get brought down here? The hook shot? Oh, the stun actually potentially saving him there, Soxa.
I think he might have, yeah. If they're able to get a few more right clicks in, they would have managed to take Topson down, but Saxa getting in, disrupting them from getting the right clicks on.
Ana, Invis up, potentially trying to look for something here, but...
Oh, can he go for a solo on this slash?
No,
it's
no,
level
no.
2.
It's 16 armor on this Tiny.
That's true.
Way
That's
too
true.
tanky.
Even with that magical burst, it's not going to be enough.
Nope. OG will find themselves a nice Philosopher's Stone. They don't have that superhero that does, though, like the Phoenix that we do see a lot of the times. It's, of course, an excellent pickup for them, but... That's Kuroki. Okay, he's actually going to go Holy Locket. So the Sunray heals, they're going to be impactful. Been seeing a lot more of these pickups on these, and just like everybody, actually. Holy Locket overall is just becoming a lot more popular.
No, I like it this game when you have that beefy core, right?
Yeah,
you are just looking to just buff up completely. I mean, if Kuro is able to find an angle to sit back and just fully Sunray up RTW, good luck trying to kill the Spectre.
Even just the wand charges that you can pump into him too. Spectre is a hero that does use quite a lot of mana with your constant dagger spam. GH, the Yules.
He's able to get the Shadow Realm up, but he's pushed back into the root. He'll manage to root them himself. I got the arrows flying through from Thompson. GH, he's looking to get the fear off. He gets
he actually going to live?
He's going to live.
Oh my goodness.
GH is away.
He can't even kill the Willow.
It's got to hurt. They need these kills, OG. They're just slipping further and further behind against this Spectre lineup.
And Mind Control, he's got Ags. So we've got that global root coming into play too that can be quite problematic.
Ags on the Prophet, Echo Saber done on Miracle, so his combo now going to have that additional punch to it.
And ILTW, Blade Mail plus Manta already finished up, queuing up that Diffusal immediately afterwards. This game feels super hard for OG to win any team fights. They can get small pickoffs perhaps with the Drow, but fighting overall just feels quite impossible.
N0tail.
He's just burning.
I mean, he tries to go for a poke onto Kuroki. He's just dead. He can't mess around with the Phoenix.
Oh, and they find Ana as well. And it's an ancient stack on top.
Oh, no. That ain't great here for OG.
And they have Manta, so they can go into Roche. There's no Jug for 35.
Looks like Thompson will still be able to clean up the bigger of the Ancients, but
they're going to get a Roche for it, so...
They are with 2 members down on OG, and even when OG has the full team up right now, they are still struggling to fight Nigma as a team.
This is one of the... Nigma's just playing the most aggressive I feel like I've seen all season.
They're going to try and start things on the Miracle. Miracle's going to have backup. He can just stand his ground and drop the combo onto Sax. The Supernova coming out. Seb's going to back away. He's going to pop the ult. He's trapped in the spell, and they got the damage they do. Seb's not getting out of this. Seb and Saxon will fall. Miracle is ready to look for more. Jumps on Thompson able to push the back with the 4-man goes, turns towards the Tiny. They'll bring down Miracle, but Thompson's going to die for this as RTW stays on top of him. N0tail trying to bring down GH, but GH back into the Shadow Realm. He's away. RTW will dagger into the trees to keep himself safe.
Mind Control.
RTW's ready to go back in. He's looking for N0tail, but the healing ward's out. So a lot of sustain and heal here for N0tail. RTW alone will not have the damage to get this kill.
They do get the one. They prevent the Roast from being finished.
Cost them a buyback,
It does cost them a buyback, and they do lose the cores anyway, so costly.
I mean,
Roast, they're going to be able to go back into the Roast
if they can get it themselves here.
Okay.
Then the buyback is going to feel pretty good if they can secure this, but GH waiting at the side. He has got the fear.
He does.
So he's ready to mess with them.
gonna have to spin, but that means that they don't have the damage
That's
to
an
bring
early
it down.
spin.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got to be careful now, Anna.
There he goes.
Miracle back up. Wrath of Nature back online too with that Aghanims cooldown.
Everybody to the pit here right now.
Yep. And Kuroki, he's got the 20 Holy Locket charges, so he can pump up, and then he's got that increased heal, of course. Egg is on cooldown. Still very difficult for OG to walk right in.
Flares here.
Anna really wants to get this Roche done.
They're scouting nicely with the rockets, at least onto the high ground. LTW. Show's face for a second. Starting to work on it.
They're trying to take it here, OG. Healing one down, Miracle looks straight away the jump onto Anna. Anna's able to get the flamethrower off in time. Sunred's coming in, though, out to the side of the healing ward. Anna has to run. He's very low right now. LTW standing in the Roche piece, trying to finish Roche. Can he do some time? Dive will get killed, but Thompson's able to snatch the Aegis as Thompson picks it up, takes down ILTW, and over to the side, mind control is getting run down, blocked off by Seb as OG. They won't get the kill on Roche, but they get what matters. Thompson grabs the Aegis, and they'll take the team fight around the pit.
It feels like if they don't get that Aegis, the game is probably just over very soon.
If Spectre has a second life there.
Yeah. So it's very fortunate that they do get that for themselves and they get some big kills. Ana again, though. He is continuing to just struggle and struggle in this game.
I think, as you said, a lot on this. At the moment, really, you're looking to Thompson to be the carry here as the Drow.
Yep.
See what he can do here for the team.
They're respawning. They have Egg. It's level 2 as well.
Dyer's middle tower is full.
Zeb. Starting to burn.
The combo.
It's tanky, though. Miracle.
And they're going to try and go for Rift.
LTW's in on Thompson.
Straight away, forcing back the Drow. Seb, he's going to look to try and take them out of here with the Rift. He's up in the air. He's not going to be able to take Saxon back, but he will manage to take home Thompson.
Ooh, GH tried for a big play there, using the Underlord and then trying to fear Thompson to pull him away from it. Almost gets it successfully, but
that's some big brain stuff.
Yeah, that was actually so big brain when I saw it. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty cool, but doesn't actually connect with it. And now OG, they didn't go back that far. They are looking to still continue trying to fight. Since Egg is down and Haunt is down,
and they still have this Aegis. Now, Thompson's going to feel very strong right now with that second life. They have Omni Slash ready to go, OG.
Dyer is scanning for enemies.
Still playing from behind here, down 10 to 24, 6k lead for Nigma. But they're making sure that Nigma doesn't grow any further.
They keep getting on top of Miracle. This time, though, Hastrun, and he does have Kuroki behind him. Kuro also picking up the Shard. Didn't get to point that out quickly as we did hit 20 minutes. The Sunray during that Egg. Very potent.
Sax is looking for this.
Counting him.
Oh. He's got him. He's in.
Realm TP. Doesn't go for it. Then he'll get brought down.
Catch up with me.
Thompson will be happy with that. Able to walk over, claim the kill for himself.
And now they will at least have some better forms of catch and better forms of initiation. Also on OG is Seb, he's got his Atos. Very good item, especially versus that Tiny. Gonna be quite effective.
See, Thompson has, they did the full Hurricane Pike, so he himself
Radiant's middle tower is
a
under
lot more
attack.
ways to slide around the team fights.
They've slowed down the game quite nicely here.
They have.
Spectre.
4k lead now for Nigma. It is beginning to dwindle.
Still scary.
Dyer's bottom tower.
The Spectre is massive, and once he does get the Fusel, it's easier for him to stick on these targets, in particular the Drow, because he can cast that slow when he is gusted anyway, so he can just stick on top of Drow inside of these fights. Is looking to fight.
Let's see what GH can do here.
Got the Egg.
Set up, Thompson quickly pops the man over to the side. Maestro keeping him, but he gets caught out by the hook shot. The Colts will put back the two of them. They're trying to get GH out of there, but GH is going to go down the Supernova's pot. They're trying to focus. It can only
gonna die?
take down the Egg in time. I don't think they can. They can't. The Supernova successful. Kuro managing to stun the three of them. Seb's looking to bail them out. Rift out, ready to take Thompson and no-tail home. He's able to do so. So Seb will limit the casualties here for OG. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
That was close. Oh no. Omni Slash now down. Ana continuing to struggle, as we said. Not an easy game for the Jug.
A lot of little things like that that's going to break his opportunity of getting on someone.
And ILTW, he's got the defusal finished up, with Haunt available too. So might even just TP back to base soon to be able to be at the ready to fight if they do find something. As he TP's back, picks it up, and let's. Ooh.
Well, they really wanted to catch Miracle there.
They had the sentries ready too, because he does have that invis in the bottle.
He's got a minute left on this Aegis, Thompson. So
Level 18 too, so he's got level 3 marksmanship up.
Oh, mind control. Saxa.
He's got a BKB. Should be just fine versus down here.
Oh, yeah, Saxa doesn't want to waste time messing with this.
No. And they're going to push out the top wave while OG tries to pick this fight while they still have Aegis for 30 seconds. Egg also going to be back up soon. They also find themselves a ceremonial probe on the side of Team Nigma. So Miracle will carry that one for now. Also, just, I mean, that item overall, like when you have the overall like dominant team fight and you get a robe, it just feels so good because you just have even more dominant fight. They are under some ward vision here. Sox trying to make a grab.
He's going to try and lead in onto Miracle. He's got him caught in the cogs here, but the back of the current Jinx is coming out from the side. The Sunray keeping Miracle alive. Isn't enough though. The Fear will try and push them back, but not before Miracle goes down.
Healing ward full duration as well too, so they're all full HP, even though they tank that Sunray. Nice grab from Saxa. No force stabs being picked up. Important to point out on the side of Team Nigma, not just yet. Yules on the Dark Willow, just more greedy items coming out from the two supports. So these hook shots will be effective on this Tiny in most situations.
Dire's middle tower's taking a dirt nap.
3k gold lead now.
They're holding on to this, OG. They really are. Thompson incredibly far, only just behind that of Mind Control. As said, getting the AC next, looking to move into the Ags after.
Oh, okay. He's tanky. Oh, DD bottom.
Thompson
finds himself an Orb of Destruction as well, too.
Oh, it's a lot of damage.
Look at that, 504 per hit.
Mind Control.
He's just hiding for now.
They're not going to search any further down here. Whoever Thompson finds, DotA will find.
Oop. They see each other for a second.
Yep. Thompson still looking for it. Oh, he found Miracle. Miracle found him.
Thompson.
He's on the top, so they've got the healing wall come down. The Supernova's in place. There's a hand on Thompson. They try and focus it. They'll be able to take it down. But Thompson, he's dead. Out for 70. Seth will manage to take the rest of them back. But Thompson goes down. Of course, the Aegis have come to an end. And so, along with that, will Thompson's life.
Such quick plays coming out, too. They instantly try to rift him out of there, but not quite able to. They bring down the egg, though. Very quick focus fire every single time here. The Jug, the Drow, very effective to be able to do that. But Nigma, they do get that initiation to be able to get Thompson. Hana. Have to be a little careful. Got the spin popped already.
His TP's on cooldown. I mean, he has got a lot of backup. OG's here with the forward. I mean, he has Omni stashed at the ready if Anna wants to get back in. So over to the side, Saxa. Pushes by the combo, Miracle Saxa. Still alive somehow here, but finally Mind Control's able to take him down with the damage here. Miracle, he's focusing No-Tail. No-Tail also trapped in the trees. So OG, they try and poke back. It won't work out. Nigma more than happy to take a fight on these terms.
I think OG really has to just wait for Thompson in most of these situations. He's so important just for the damage and even just the marksmanship aura.
Miracle's in. Starting his on the set. They're just doing so much more. Thompson's dead. A double buyback comes out from OG in an attempt to catch Nigma here on the retreat.
Bail them away.
Saxon does have the hook shot if he's able to close in on this.
Can he get an angle, though? It doesn't quite look like it just yet.
2 buybacks there, forced out. And nothing to be lost because of it on Nigma. They get everybody out in time.
And these buybacks, it's usually very crucial to save them for these big Roshan engagements. That does mean OG's not going to have them. If these two heroes go in first and they die, they won't be able to come back into the fight. It's very important because that's where the next fight's very likely to kick off, as the ultis on Team Nigma will be coming back up shortly. 30 on Spectre, 15 on the Nature's Prophet. So definitely going to see some warding in the area from both sides very soon. Oh, I wonder if the Spectre does go for this build. LTW's got a pretty funky one. It's got the Arcane Blink queued up after Basher. I wonder if he does go for it. That'd be the first time I've ever seen something like that. But
if he's going Arcane, I want to see him get Axe as well, I'll be honest.
I mean, I would really much so prefer just a Scotty in this lineup versus a Jug versus a Drow. So effective.
Think about it.
Think about
the cooldown, and the style points. You know, everyone's trying to do something different. Everyone wants to be a trendsetter, especially out of these two teams. You know it. These players like to bring something new to the table.
Hana just getting diffused up for some harass. Nigma has everything available for themselves right now. Split pushing the side lanes. Both of these offlaners doing the kind of same thing. Mind control pushing top. Seb forcing down bottom. Seb nearly has his AC finished up. That's going to be pretty huge for his team. There's not a lot of just like straight physical damage on Nigma, but that'll still help a lot. He's got it. Pure damage.
Oh,
Too much.
Getting torn apart here by RTW. That's him dead for 100 seconds.
Towers under attack.
And Roche is going to be up in 5 seconds as well.
Saxa is able to come with a hook shot, but Miracle quick with a response. Jumps in, blows up Saxa.
Gus, the silence.
Trying to push him with the Blade Fury. GH ready at the start to help out. Anna starting to back off. Is over to the side. Mind control's coming. Looking towards top to the Supernova's pop. They've got to start running away here.
Thompson, he's in trouble.
He's being trapped here by the Brambles. In on top of him. Thompson can't run. It's 3 dead on OG. Maybe even 4 Anna. He's got the Blade Fury TP. They've not got anything to put a stop to it. So Anna makes it out. It's 3 dead. It's easily going to be enough window here for Nigma to take this Roche down with 3 heroes down for pretty much a minute.
Yep, and a clutch fear tip from Mind Control onto GH. As soon as they pop the egg, he fears into the back line, catches Thompson, and from there they can just chase them out and clean it up.
And this is, I mean, who's taking the shard here this game?
I can give it to either Miracle or LTW, I do think. Feels pretty effective on the 2 of them here.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like Miracle's going to take it. We see back in the action here, Saxa desperately trying to help out, but Miracle able to wait for the counterplay, gets in with the combo, and still, just with the lead that some of the heroes on Nigma have, very hard for Anna to have an impact, especially when there's just so many units. These Omni Slashes are so hard to just sort of find the perfect situation to drop them.
And if he uses spin in those situations aggressively, that means that they can't spin and hit the egg as effectively. He can't be as covered either.
No, it's a hard jug game.
It is. It's just been very difficult for Ana the entire game here. Nigma, 14k gold lead, re-secure their position in the game. And now just have a clear window to be able to dominate most of these fights.
That's funny, Kuro's got as well. He's working his way very close towards the Aghanims.
The seeds of fortune.
Lots of luxury on these supports for sure on the side of Team Nigma this time around. Outpost will be taken away as well. GH will claim that. LTW does buy the ulti orb, by the way. He's being sensible. He's being a sensible boy.
As much as I'd like to see the Arcane Blink Spectre,
the Brute! The Global Brute! You can't TP out, even though the stun isn't there for the Spectre. The Global Brute, it's beautiful. That's Saxa inevitably brought down from the Spectre.
And there's going to be some more chaos being brought here as well.
And he's TPing the base and getting mana, so he's going to be able to haunt back in the fight if it does kick off. So OG not going to look to take the fight themselves. They're just going to ditch No Tail. 80 seconds, no Enchantress.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there was sort of a moment this game where it kind of felt like, hey, maybe OG's managing to slow this down, and then a few moments later, no, they weren't. They really weren't at all. Nigma back to full steam ahead here.
It really is such a tough game for them to really win any of the actual team fights just because of what they're up against. Like this Spectre and Phoenix, the early game went way too well for Team Nigma. They're all so farmed. They can constantly just look for these fights. Seb nearly having AC to be able to counteract the opposing AC that Mind Control has. But yeah, Mind Control, the reason that he's been always known as like this best Nature's Prophet for the last few years. Top net worth, 9-3-14, the build. Excellent this game. It really did feel like the perfect game for it here.
Maybe, ooh, Miracle.
Oh my god, the damage with the quiver as well too. Like, doesn't even have to use the E-Blade. The quiver damage plus that combo, it's too much. Ana? A
dominating performance.
He's just dead.
Oh, no.
This game is quite impossible.
That's a pretty tough one, and things are falling rapidly apart. I mean, this one, I just overall, the lead that Nigma's grown is... It's making it look even more one-sided than game one. Yep. Considering this was a game as well where OG had... I said it, a sort of a grace period where they were able to slow things down, but the overall game plan just not looking to be there from OG as Nigma. Nope. They've just come in with the smarter execution, and they're outplaying them completely. And as you say, Mind Control and the Prophet. Maybe something that OG just weren't ready for. I mean, it's mind control. You know his preference insane. As you say, we just don't see the hero too much from most teams, if any, in this region. Mind control, just showing us that he's as scary as ever on it.
Yeah, and it's smart picks from Nigma, right? They see the early Drow, they pick the Spectre to counter it.
They're trying to jump RTW here.
Heals. It's too much.
It is. RTW just barely taking any damage at all without Sunray coming up. The Sunray does come to an end, though. See the fear from the side, trying to push them back. RTW is going to get rooted. They'll bring him down once. They can't do it again, though. OG's got to back away with the supernova going off. Over to the side, No-Tail caught outside the base. The Brambles are down. No-Tail surrounded as they'll bring the Enchantress slowly out of the game.
Omni.
The Omni. He's
He's there. And Sprouts.
Just under full HP. Anna trying to push him with the Blade Fury onto Miracle. Will bring down the Tiny, but now the Blade Fury coming to an end. Anna's got to run. Mike Joe commits him with the BKB. Kuro moving in with the Sunray as Kuro will finally fall to the Firestorm. But ILTW and Mind Control, they just smash into Thompson, take down the Drow. Another fight where OG just cannot come out on top.
Fortunate to even get some kills there as they do that high ground advantage to be able to take out at least the Phoenix and the Tiny. But yeah, ILTW. So we said with that Aegis, level 25, he's got that dispersion talent plus the heals. They barely can actually hurt him. They even bring him down to once. Mind control, 7,400 gold for this man.
Oh, he's got the Trickster Cloak as well if he wants to keep hold of it, ILTW, so...
Very nice pick up.
Even more unkillable stacks up. 2 rounds of the hook shot, buys time for Seb to come in. ILTW, in fact, he jumps straight over the wall. Seb moves in with the illusion. Seb's gone. So is Saxa.
And now No-Tail, he's trapped.
I mean, RTW Mind Control, they're just going to keep pushing on. Anna's got to run. Plus the Blade Fury's making his way up to the base. RTW, he's tempted to chase.
He sure is.
He's moving in. There's no Blade Fury. There's no Omni Slash. Anna just dying helpless here behind the tier 3 in the barracks.
The Spectre's just way too massive. No-Tail also likely to get brought down. Does have the Glimmer to survive for some time, but that does mean the Rax is going to get focus fired. So, Mind Control gets the secondary Sprout.
Just go in
Try
Mind Control. He doesn't care about the tier 4 towers.
Impossible.
Oh, BKB.
He's fine. BKB and
Now Kevin's down.
it takes them as well.
Oh, he's just dead.
Oh my goodness.
That was a buyback into an instant death, and they're going to get healed up in
Mind
the stun
Control's
range.
out. ILTW is in no situation of threat at all. He'll TP away.
Radiant's
The
middle
creeps will finish the Rax. Miracle comes in for the final hit.
Shot. Oh, beautiful.
This called Kuro Saxa.
Can they get the kill, though? The
I
Brute,
don't think
he's
they
stuck in
can.
place, and he cannot chase forward. Seb may have been tanky for some time, but versus this pure damage, Desolate just rips right through him time and time
RTW just
again.
having a fantastic series on the carry.
Yeah.
Both games TB and then this one, the Spectre, feels like he's getting even more involved this time round, and there he has it. He's found the illusion escape for himself. So
Oh, baby.
his threat at the Spectre's going to be even bigger if he wants to hold on to that one.
If he even needs it. I feel like Trickster Cloak might just be better at this point
you
because
sort of
of
just take
how tanky he is.
He's killing
honestly.
everyone anyway.
Yeah,
Who
he doesn't
cares
even
about
need
a
it.
slight boost to the illusion damage.
Yeah, look at this. Just, you see, like, the way that ILTW understands, too. He's like, oh, who cares if Seb's tanky? I have pure damage. Rips right through the Underlord when he's isolated.
Just looking fantastic this series, Nigma.
Super
They
clean.
have turned up to this series very, very ready, and OG just...
Anna?
What do they do? Mind Control, BKB and a TP out, he's out.
He's under it.
Again, GH giving the coverage with the fear, making sure that OG's not allowed the time space to continue to commit in onto the Mind Control.
Saxa will die again. 14 deaths on the clock.
Level 27.
27. Trickster Cloak as well, providing all this evasion.
Miracle's dead. He found the avalanche. Mind Control ready to jump forward to the front line. Oh, it's RTW. They take down No-Tail. Anna's trying to spin his way out with the Blade Fury, but the damage is too much for the physical. Take down Anna. Take down Saxa.
Tower is under it.
The G's are going to get dropped.
I mean, it's getting dangerously close to the fountain here now. Omni Slash, again, just doing nothing at this stage of the game as it's a die back from Anna. Seb, he's going to try and rift himself out of the server. Only makes it as far as the fountain as everybody's dead. GG is cool. Another rough one here for OG as Nigma have just a